Hey man, I just got here. You good? Good? Great. So I was thinking. Perch Season 2.
Absolutely not. Hello, everybody.
All right.
Welcome to Crow on a Perch and the Sylvan Motherboards and the ever-growing slow cooker that'll inevitably char the bar on Mars, Phase 2. We're starting a new season.
This is it, and that was the trailer for it. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lot of work.
We took like an entire day to film that and storyboard it and stuff. Yeah,
we took over a house.
That was fun. We are delighted to inform you that this is in front of a live studio audience.
Yes.
Say hello, live studio audience.
Like so many of them. Everyone clap, please. Everyone can get an applause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. Yeah. Hold your applause.
Okay. So something else we'd like to bring to your attention. We have a poll for at the end of the stream. Somebody's going to get a pie in the face. So this QR code at the top right of the screen, scan it and vote on who gets a face. I'm Liam and this is Eric.
I'm Eric. That's Liam.
Who?
So one of us is going to get a pie in the face.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the count is at now. But at one point it was, what was it?
It was earlier today.
Well, it was like 60. Yeah, I swear. Like maybe at the start of the day, it was like 60% you. The pie was going in his face. I was so prepared.
But then,
and then I just happened to check. No, you sent it to me.
Yep.
You sent me the picture, and it happened to be a tie.
It was 50-50. So
I don't know if it's still tied. We haven't looked. We're kind of keeping it a surprise.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're doing a second season. We wanted to try to improve on what we did in our first season. We want to try to really put a lot more effort into scripting our set here.
Yeah.
We've arranged it around a little bit. Hopefully our mic quality is a little bit better.
Yeah, we've tried it a little. Well, we have 2 new mics here and then a whole new rig, right? So like the whole set's different. The mics are different. We've never done a live stream before either for this, so this is kind of new.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, well, actually, I guess, do you want to like highlight the differences of season 1 and 2, like what we're going to try and do next?
Yes. So for season 2,
we can talk all about it now. We've been like kind of holding it.
Yes, we've been holding back. So we're going to be starting in May, at the start of May. We are going to be doing weekly episodes. Yes. We are going to commit we're really going to commit to bringing some quality, and we're gonna bring it weekly. So that's something to be excited for.
Mics
Stay
are great.
tuned.
Someone in chat said mics are good, so I guess we're good. Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you, chat.
Yes, thank you. If you guys
Yes.
want to interact, you can basically. Well, what are we doing for this
Yeah.
today?
So here's what we're gonna do. So in this crock pot right here, slow cooker, close enough.
We should say the name again, actually, at one point.
We have a history of long and convoluted names for our podcast, and that's just what we do.
That's just what it is.
So feel free to ask questions in the chat. If our live studio audience could sort of stay tuned in and then see if there's a question, just sort of like try to get our attention, so then we can
You guys can bug us all
figure
you
it out.
want.
Yeah, bug us.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
Don't ruin the stream, guys. You're making it great.
But then, other than that, what we're gonna do to fill the time is we got some questions, we got some fun bits that we're
Some
gonna
stuff cooking in the pot.
yeah. So we're gonna get right into that. So
Yeah. Okay.
who's
well,
gonna go first?
You can go first. I think you're getting the pie in the face, so I'm just gonna be nice and let you pick the first.
This is part of the suspense that we don't know because we've committed to not check till the end of the stream. So
Yes.
both of us are in perpetual fear. All right, so
It's gonna like hurt. Like I know it's gonna hurt. Anyway, go ahead.
all right, let's
I hope it tastes good.
let's start here.
The slow cooker. All right, lay it on me.
So this one is Liam, shot of hot sauce.
Oh, Liam forgot the hot sauce. We were so like
This
okay.
was
We
the
had an
one-
audience member want him to chug You wanted him to chug hot sauce.
Yeah.
He forgot the hot sauce.
This is the one thing that I forgot. So what we're going to do, of course, this is right at the start.
Of course, I was expecting that.
We are going to record a video of me doing it, and we're going to put it in the edit for when we upload this to YouTube. So we'll do that. So I will
get the
draw
video
again.
of Liam in tears drinking hot sauce. We'll pick a really hot one too. We'll make sure it's good to go. Oh, you're gonna go again then.
I'm gonna go. Again,
Okay, fine.
Because that's kind of like that's kind of freebie. That's not exciting.
I guess.
Firing squad.
Oh, somebody grab me one.
What? Wait, guys. What's firing squad? Guys, your silence speaks volumes. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh, come on, man. That was pretty early in. Wait. Oh, it's stuck. That's unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Last one. That was good. Is that all your bullets, guys? Nothing left?
Oh,
Shoot.
sorry, audience. That was probably like insane peaks there. That's
fine. You got to see. Okay, if I get a pie in the face, at least we shot you. Oh, jeez.
I apologize for the peaks, everyone. That was probably turbulent. So now that I'm full of holes,
My God.
go ahead.
Do you want me? Should I pull, or do we want to chat first for a bit, or should I just pull something?
No, you pull.
Pull. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys ever like have any questions, like pretty much we have preset questions here. Like we don't know how many people. He almost shot another one. I think he's aiming for me. I have glasses on. We're good. But I don't know how many people here are actually new. I think we have a fair amount of new viewers.
Yep.
That haven't seen season 1. So if you guys ever are curious what we've done before, what we plan on doing, you can definitely ask.
Yeah. Ask us anything. Ask us about ourselves. Yeah. Anything you'd like.
I'm watching you. Hey, this is actually pretty fitting. I feel like, have you guys seen the video of the guy when he gets the Nerf? Have you seen the video? The guy like shoots the Nerf gun and the bullet goes like in his mouth and he like swallows it. That's what I was. I didn't want that to happen.
Oh boy.
This is actually a good ballot. Eric, you make art, plug it. So that's kind of cute.
Yeah. What do you do, Eric?
Actually, you know what? I want to talk about what's behind us too. So I'm an artist. This podcast kind of stemmed from my art originally. Well, our friendship as well. We met. We started this podcast when we were kind of planning it when we were in Victoria, BC. But anyways, my art, y'all's very art, y'all's very _art. You can see it. Basically, I think it's actually in the bio for the podcast. But yeah, a lot of this behind here. So let's see, these are some of my paintings. And then this is the work by Megan. She's actually in season 1 as a guest. But yeah, I make comic books is primarily my thing. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys actually know. Oh, the painting.
Well,
my
yeah,
painting.
this one too.
Liam loves this painting. It's actually a Bowie tribute. I love David Bowie. It's a Bowie tribute painting. I have a couple other paintings offset as well, but Yeah, I think a lot of the viewers here have probably seen me at Comic Cons, or I've read my books, Wendy and the Sprite. I should have
Yeah.
brought some on set. Darn it.
But to those who don't know you, you can go and visit and see some of Eric's stuff at allscherry.com.
Yes.
That's right. So,
Yeah, pretty much like I mostly do comic books, at least right now. I like to do collaborative work. I work with actually Printer and Kitchener Studio Comics. They'd love that I bring them up on here. So
yep.
we're working together to work on some awesome stuff. I like to do collaborative work with artists. So if anyone's ever interested, you can definitely hit allscherry.com or go to my Instagram and message me and we can talk about stuff. But yeah, I just like working with people. I pretty much make whatever I just feel like making. An album's coming out soon. That's in the works, and then a really big book that actually Liam's been excited about too.
Oh yes,
I'm excited for the story.
I've been excited about that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much that's my art. Do you want to pull your next one?
Yeah. Is that all you want to say?
Yeah. I don't want to plug. I like that I can plug my stuff, but also not that it's separate from Corona Perch.
This is the place to plug it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is really the place.
Go buy my art now, right now.
Well, that's aggressive. Anyways,
Well,
all
that's
right.
how I do it.
It's my turn.
Come on, it'll be a good one. Come on, it's hot. Is that actually?
Oh,
I guess yeah. We're not stopping you from like grabbing the bullets and grabbing and doing more.
thoughts on our generation in reading books?
I really hope not that loud. I was so curious about that one because I think there's a couple book readers and not book readers in this room. But you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so in context, I'm studying philosophy for my undergraduate. I'm about to be finished. I think reading books is interesting nowadays because I think there are a lot of people on social media a lot of the time. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that people are super engaged with technology. But I think what a lot of people are missing is this really important skill of close reading, which is like super important in any sort of like writing, reading, philosophy for me. Like I need to do a lot of super close readings of I'm taking 50 pages and condensing down the messages to like a page and just like talking about like what's really, really important. Generation and reading books. Do we think our generation reads a lot of books?
Actually, I was
pleasure.
curious. Like, do you think even for pleasure?
I think there's still people that do, because I think there's still this effect from when you read a book that you disappear into this world.
Yeah, I guess.
It's an irreplaceable effect, I think.
Okay, so then do we want to try and delve into like the difference of like, because there's pleasurable reading books. Like my sister, that's all she does is read.
Yeah.
She loves reading. I guess educational reading is a whole different thing though.
I think it's two different. Yeah, it's two different things. I think people by trade or by whatever they have to do this really good type of reading. Mm-hmm. But reading for pleasure, I think, is in an interesting spot right now because there's this huge evolving space of just new ways to tell stories through video games, through film, through contract shows on streaming platforms. So yeah, this is an interesting one.
I think it's, well, just because it can expand to so many different things. I was actually very surprised when I did Comic Cons. I believe it was CK Expo. I met a couple people who wrote and are writing their own books.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about that is they're doing their own books. I'm not sure where they're getting it printed in particular, but they're also hiring artists they meet at those cons to do the covers and all that, which I think is really cool. I was actually, when I started doing comic books, I don't know if that was 4 years ago.
Close
now.
to 4.
Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was surprised how many people are making comic books. Because even when I wanted to start doing this, I was kind of like, this is probably going to be way too niche. You drinking water. We have a funny drinking water joke on this.
Yes, we do.
Was that even? Oh, that was from season 1.
That is season 1.
Liam drinks water like a fiend. It's funny to watch.
I drink a lot of water.
But yeah, in a scary way. But no, I was even surprised that people made as many comic books as they do, which is why it's really exciting to work with artists now. For that. But that's comic books anyway. I don't know. I tend to, I don't know why, I don't ever pick up a book and go, I want to learn a new skill. It's more so I want to pick up a book and just read a person's thoughts. Like I read a lot of philosophy too. It's just fun to hear people's perspectives on the random stuff that happens in this world.
You're just not good at it.
No, I'm not good at it. I just draw a snow person and an ice ball instead.
Oh yeah, that I can't. Well, I can't say I can't do that. I just choose not to put the
You can
effort to do it.
You just don't.
I just don't.
Am I pulling next? Is it me?
I think so. Are there any questions in the chat right now? Let's take a look.
Oh, actually, yeah. Jamie got into reading. I love it now. Oh, I know who that is. Is Mike Sir? Oh, okay. This is our I believe it's our website developer. Sorry, my website developer for allscherry.com. I hope you're having fun doing whatever you're doing. I don't want to disclose what you're up to. Love reading. I read consistently for fun. Yeah. I mean, like I guess like I know a lot of people that don't really talk about how much they read. And I feel like every time I bring up comics or even just books, it's always, oh yeah, I don't read.
Yeah. I think it's important to bring up that I think one of the sub themes that I think will keep coming up in our new season, we've decided to expand it beyond art, and we want to talk about culture as well.
Yeah, it's a big one. We delved a lot into that because it just scrapes what we're in it.
Something that I'm super interested in getting into is this whole moral panic about Gen Alpha and how they're just like how the stereotype is they're on their iPads all the time or like some sort of tablet, whatever. So I'm
throwing I think that's at the audience. Sorry.
I think that's related to sort of this discussion we're having of like, I feel like Gen Alpha would just like to read just as well. And is this actually a moral panic or is this a bad thing? And I personally don't think it is at the moment, but I've got some research to do for this season still. So
that is a big one, actually. I will say, season 1, just because I like a lot of spontaneity, is we basically we found topics we'd like to talk about and we just talked about it. But Liam really likes researching beforehand, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just tend to take a lot of my own personal experience and then just project it from there. But like what's really nice about the combo we're going to do for season 2 is a lot of research beforehand and then kind of like a spontaneous way of thinking and then the actual like research done way of thinking and how that can work together. I like that.
And also that I think with season 1, we didn't bring something very helpful to people. We kind of just talked about what we think without sort of going beyond to people who probably know more about us than a certain topic.
Sure.
And I think having this research aspect that we can sort of sit and discuss here together is something that can help all of us learn a lot more than season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's not get too much off topic. Let's get back to
we'll be getting into a lot of these topics in season 2, but I like that we're doing this live because I like to see what people are saying, especially about topics like that, because it relates to what you guys do, right? We want to hear that specific context.
Yeah.
Am I pulling?
Yeah, I think you're pulling.
I'm going to spin it.
We got on a small little lazy Susan there.
She isn't lazy. She's just tired. Oh, I pulled 2. I'm using this one. Oh, that was really sad.
That was unfortunate.
Oh, come on with the hot sauce, man. What? Okay. This is another hot sauce one, but we have to do this anyway, and we'll do it off camera.
What does it say?
It says rock, paper, scissors, loser takes a shot of hot sauce. So we'll see who does another hot sauce. Okay, ready? We're doing it on shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready?
Okay, right.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hey.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna have the audience choose the brand.
I will be extra toasted at that point.
All right. I guess you can pull another one then if you want.
It's
gonna be good. And now we can really prep what kind of hot sauce is gonna destroy you. And Liam got shot. I kind of feel bad. I hope I do get the pie in the face. Don't forget to vote.
Yes.
QR's right here.
To those,
if you don't want to use the QR, go to our Instagram, Perch on Instagram, or on my Instagram. The link should be there, and vote, because I believe it's our last time we checked, we were tied for who gets pie in the face at the end of the video. Don't want to miss that fire emoji from the doc.
So I've gotten talk with hand eye only for 1 minute.
Oh, I didn't grab that. Oh, could you do me a favor and go grab the hand eye? It is on my bookshelf, please.
We will do this bit in just a second.
Yes.
I'll draw another one.
Okay.
You
got to really commit to it too.
Oh, I will. What are your thoughts on streaming? Hi, Professor.
This is a very fun thing to do, and I love it very much.
Time to get a little bit meta here. So this stream is also acting as a presentation for one of my classes, which involves live streaming. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've learned a lot about the medium and how it has really become a part.
Wait. You continue, but with the hand eyes.
Okay. So I think I gotta.
You really gotta deliver this too.
Okay.
You're sitting on 3 bullets. That was such a good shot. Who shot? Yeah, right. You shot that. Holy, we have a very aggressive audience.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
That got me in the eye. I swear. Oh, this is good. He's really delivering it. I didn't think he'd...
So anyways,
can you guys see
live
that?
streaming.
He's got eyes on his hand.
I think that the live streaming format is pretty interesting because it sort of combines efforts of like high effort content that takes a lot of time to edit, but it also requires you to have the skills to sort of like improvise on the fly and keep the flow going. And there's also community elements of like interacting with chat, which are like super interesting. What are some of your thoughts, Eric?
Liam, I don't know. Are you okay? You look a little pale. I don't like that you just like turned.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eric.
I don't know. You're looking a little sick today. Like what? Your eyes are kind of bulging out of your head.
You feeling all right, Eric?
You know, maybe I'm the problem. Okay, and you're actually you could do a good Muppet. You know what? I think it's okay. You're good. I'm telling you, you're good. I can't take you seriously with the eye hands. You can come back, please. Okay, repeat your question to me, please.
What do you think of the live stream format? How does it feel right now? We can talk about our experience
From
right now.
our experience, okay, streaming has always enticed me in general. I watch a lot of streams actually. One educational, one stupid. Stupid meaning good though. I really do enjoy the format. I think we did talk about this though because I like spontaneity and candid art. And the reason I like streaming to an extent, because it depends who's doing it, it tends to be quite candid, which is what we're kind of doing right now, right? And the reason I like that so much is because as an artist, and I mean just from our own perspectives, the candid person I find much more entertaining. It's much more real. It's much more relatable because this person isn't going off a full script. Nothing wrong with the script, but when you're going full script and you're really faking the whole thing, I don't know. I just, it's not my thing. People do like that. I think YouTube is a bad one for that because I always hear the joke of like a tuber voice, right? Because they've got that fake over accentuated voice, and it's it's fake, right? So I don't know. When it comes to the format, I'm having a blast with this. We had a lot of work put into it for like the overlay, the set design, the mics, and the fact that we're just kind of jumping in with just ballots and just hoping it goes well.
Well, and then it's also nice to see our chat and just have some people interacting with us. It was actually a really cool experience to hear, like, you know, we're talking about books and seeing people in the chat saying, I like to read books.
Well, yeah, and you guys, like, and, you know, it sounds kind of minor to you maybe, but, like, we've never done this before. And as content creators, being able to see you guys, like, talk as much as you'd like in there, we'll gladly answer. It's fun.
Is there anything new in the chat at the moment?
Doc put the flame emoji, probably for your demise of the hot sauce.
Well, that or I'm just, like...
Or you're just rocking it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or
but, I don't know. Like, I guess... When it comes to the format of us being live, that's kind of my opinion. But I don't know. Twitch is a whole other topic that we can't. Well, live streaming in general is kind of a topic.
Twitch has an entire culture to be analyzed, but we don't have the time for that.
No, we don't. I think you're pulling next if you want.
No, I just pulled the hand out, so it's your turn.
I'll pull. All right, we got people. Why did I have to get that one?
What?
I have to speak like Yoda for a minute. I don't even think I can do it. Wait, do I have to do the backwards talk too?
Maybe.
Like, okay. Can I just talk like this? Or do I have to like
try to do the move like the first move the now.
Speak like this, I will.
Yeah. Move the words.
Talk now about what we shall.
Well, Eric, I'm sort of wondering.
Pourquoi?
What do you...
Is that how Yoda sounds?
Yeah.
You guys are saying...
Thank you so much.
Slaying you guys.
Thank you, I say.
Slaying you guys. Wait. Slaying guys you are.
I can't. I'm not good at Yoda. I'm usually decent impressions.
The accent is there.
I can do better.
Moving the words.
That's hard.
Good at you or not.
Hey, thanks for jumping in for... Can you guys...
This was a bad idea.
Apologies.
This was not a good idea.
The force is not with me.
Yeah, this was a really bad idea to give our audience guns.
Bullets. The audience has
Nerf guns, not real.
Wait, we have new.
I sound more like animal.
What if we just go with that?
Can I do a Cookie Monster? No, I can't. Okay, wait, let me try this. Okay, are you ready for the last message I got? I'm gonna try and Yoda it. Okay,
Many cultures, Twitch has subcultures, interesting and analyzed breakdown that be compelling. What makes them?
I'll let you read that.
That was great.
I'm so sorry. I swear, season 2 I'll have much better impressions. I'm calling that a minute. Don't shoot me again. You almost got me.
This is a really interesting question.
Thank you.
Chat people? What's both of your best impressions?
That's not what I just read. We'll go back to what I just read.
This was a question from the chat.
What's my best impression? Do you know my best impression? Really? I do a lot of impressions.
Okay, first do the bird.
The bird.
The tweeting bird. Or the crosswalk.
Oh, that's not gonna come in though. We already tried.
Oh,
I can do a really good, at least here in Ontario, crosswalk sound, which can also then turn into the Twitter sound effect. Like I can do a really good Twitter sound effect. It's insane. I guess that's my best impression for sound. If you can think of my best impression, guys, the audience. I do good bubbles. I can't do bubbles. This is for all ages. I can't do that. Yeah. What's your best impression? That's so funny.
Oh, you're Kermit.
Can I
do the Kermit?
I guess I can do like a decent Kermit. Oh, I had my Kermit mug somewhere.
I don't know.
Hello, Kermit. Cool.
Was that your Goofy?
That's my Goofy.
Wake me up.
Wake me up
inside.
I can't wake up.
Wait, save we can't.
Call my name and save me from myself.
That's a decent Goofy.
It's ironically like I haven't watched any
Kermit
Goofy.
Frog. I've done better at Kermit Frogs.
I wish I had my Kermit with me to do it. I'll have to get a good Kermit hand thing.
You would also be good with a Muppet.
I love Muppets. Kermit is literally the best thing humanity's ever made. You can't change my mind.
Perch Phase 3 is going to be with Muppets.
If we could get Kermit on I would lose it. if we got Kermit on Perch, I'd lose it.
That would be
Kermit on a perch.
Awesome.
I can't think of any. If you guys can think of it, you seriously don't know my impressions. You've known me for so long. You should know my impressions. Any other ones?
Somebody else in the chat saying, Eric, do Joe Swanson.
What does he say even? I really like bacon, and a man eats a 3-ounce steak. On a Saturday evening.
Cusco.
No, that's a decent impression, I think. It's like Putty. My Putty from Seinfeld. Hey, check it out. 8-Ball. Hey, Cusco. We're on Corona Perch Season 2. Yeah, I think I can do that pretty well.
That one's good.
Thanks.
All right.
My Joe Swanson.
My turn to draw, right?
Oh, I did Ron Swanson just now, didn't I? That's so funny. Well, that was my Joe. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You go. Well, what was that? Wait. Let's go back to the. We had a question. Kermit and Goofy's pretty spot on, accurate.
Thank you.
Haha, animal dance Muppets. We didn't go through the last question. That Twitch has many cultures and subcultures that be interesting to break down and analyze what makes them compelling. Okay, so yeah, basically what I said.
Yeah, it's
we will be definitely going over stuff like that in the future.
Yeah, we definitely want to go over some sort of
we got to reel you back in with content, don't we?
We have this entire list of all the episodes, and we've just been slowly adding different bits and stuff to them. So expect season 1, but 5 times better.
Yeah, we're gonna revisit some questions from season 1 that we went over with more research, obviously, and then some things that we would really, our favorite thing is being able to see your guys' stuff. So if you want to comment or even just chat in here right now what you want to hear about in season 2, but in the meantime, when we have the season 2 videos, comment anything and we'll go over it.
Yeah. We're open to change the program. We want to cover what you guys want to hear. So anyways,
my coffee's gold.
We got the next thing here. Thoughts on television. Oh, excuse me.
Television?
Thoughts on television.
I listened to Frank Zappa. He hated TV, except my one audience member here got me obsessed with Vampire Diaries, so I can't say much about that. I have to keep watching. I'm behind. It's so good.
It's a dying medium.
That is such a good thing to bring up. Go ahead and say what you want to say. I will tell you in a minute.
Okay. Television isn't dying. So
it's definitely not dying.
It's not dying. It's just shifting where it's being played. Television isn't on cable or satellite anymore. It's on the internet. television is on the internet because we're getting so many better like shows and even like amateur like shows like us. Like the fact that we're even able to do this.
It is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Because, we didn't have to do the whole setup. We literally could have just hit record and it would have worked just fine.
So it's kind of like how, I've seen some people do the comparison of like between like someone in the younger generation and someone who grew up with like rotary phones and like the phones where you do actually pick it up like this and then the phone like this. Like maybe this television is just representative now of something new. Mm-hmm. It's a new evolution. So that's what I think about television. What do you think?
Did I put TV on there? I wrote some of these ballots.
You wrote television.
Okay. When I wrote that, what I thought was interesting is that my first thought when I hear that are movies. That is the first thing I think of.
That's interesting.
Yeah, which really isn't really television per se. But I think I should have said a video medium of that sense, because actually my girlfriend and I were watching Alien not long ago, and that was the first thing that came in my head, was that when you said dying medium. Just because watching those old movies, or even before that, I remember seeing a meme earlier of it was George Lucas in front of all the props for Star Wars.
Oh.
And have you looked at how he does those movies, or how he did them? Everything you saw from like the space scenes and like the inside the Death Star, it's all either hand painted canvas paintings, or just little toy like miniatures they made of the ships flying.
That's really cool.
It's crazy, like the amount of work that went into it. And then on top of that, Alien, like I remember we were watching, and we kept getting scared because the set looked really similar to what Alien looked like. So you weren't sure when the alien was going to show up. Mm-hmm. So just as an art form, I thought that was so cool. And I see a lot of debate on CGI and stuff nowadays about how it's getting like overdone, right? And you're kind of losing the art. Like I was reading the actor for Gandalf for Lord of the Rings, when he did The Hobbit, he like cried on set because he's like, I didn't want to be an actor. I didn't go into acting to talk to a green screen, right?
Yeah.
Which is it's sad. That's a whole topic I thought of when I wrote that anyway.
Yeah.
But
it's
interesting. TV as itself, though, you're right. It is shifting.
It is.
And it's kind of the same with like, you got all those subscription things now. You got Paramount Plus, you got Disney Plus, all that stuff. Like that's its own shifting thing.
It's just a cable package.
It's so
on the
interesting.
Internet.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's swapped quite a bit. I know I grew up watching a lot of YouTube, a lot of Twitch, and that was my TV, right? Well, aside from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of we're sort of like early mid Gen Z, like really early 2000s, and I think we sort of grew. I at least remember VCRs. I don't know about you. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I've just My Little Pony and Strawberry Shortcake I watched on my VCR. Oh my god. Well, Jamie knows, my sister.
We taped a whole bunch of like Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff. That was cool. Anything new?
Do you mind if? Yeah, I'll go through this. Well, we got impressions. Blah blah blah. Vampire Diaries is S tier. We know that.
Of course.
You should watch.
Yeah, I've totally watched none of that.
It's like stupid how good it is. Seriously. A couple good things here. I'm gonna start with favorite TV shows. So that could almost tie into the dying TV show. Do you have a favorite TV show? I know I could probably name a couple that you have told me about.
I don't have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite? One Piece?
No, absolutely not.
Really? Absolutely not. You were like, absolutely not. You were telling me all about how
I've really turned the corner on that one because
Really?
I think it's an interesting thing of what they're doing, but for me it's just, I don't know, it's gotten stale. I'm looking for something that's a little bit more. I'm looking for something else now. I think my tastes have changed.
TV for me, I haven't been enticed by TV. Any TV I watch is anything older that I grew up with, which is a whole other topic in itself, right? Of like bias between what you've grown up with and what's new now. Any shows I've been enticed by, I grew up with Star Trek. A lot of the Star Trek I'd like to watch, but I haven't. My parents keep telling me to catch up on The Walking Dead. I stopped that a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found it kind of boring at one point.
I mean, like most recently, I've watched like a little bit of Peaky Blinders.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's like it's like a post World War I in Britain crime drama kind of thing, where it's this crime family and stuff. It's interesting, but like, again, I'm also a student, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't have time to watch TV.
I'm just like writing papers constantly. I had 2 papers due last night.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly. There are 2 people that this message could be. It's a Crochet You Slay, Lost. That's what I was about to say. Lost is my favorite TV show of all time.
Yep.
It always will be. Vampire Diaries is actually climbing up there. It's ridiculous. But Lost, best show I've ever seen. Now, like I said, though, these are shows that came out a while ago. Like, I don't know. It'd be a whole other topic.
It's just because it came out a long time ago doesn't mean that they still can really hold that spot, right?
Well, that's what I mean, though, is like, I'm not enticed by anything new. I'm just like, oh, when this was made that back then, like, that's a good show.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything new lately that I've liked. Actually, I'm curious. You were telling me you were watching an audience member I'm talking to. You watched a show. You were telling me there was like a lot of big band stuff in it. What was that show called?
A lot of big band stuff.
Yeah, like it wasn't Mafia, I don't think, was it?
No,
What show was that?
It was like a German TV show.
Okay, I remember you were working in
It's
your.
called like you might have to leave this one with me.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I just remember you telling me about it, and you said like, because I got a bunch of records from a friend of mine, and there was a lot of big band on it, and you were saying like, oh, I've been listening to that because of the show.
It was
I can't remember what it was.
it was like it's on German Netflix. And they just
German
translated
Netflix.
it to English.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I have a couple more things here, Liam,
Yep.
if you don't mind.
Of course.
Let's see. So after favorite TV show, Lost. Watch Lost, seriously.
Yep.
Does help. They get a lot more viewer data and demographics to know what sells to whom, which is more valuable to the TV media's financing department. TV is getting better but more direct. That's interesting. Mr. Robot's really good, someone said. I've heard a lot of good things about Mr. Robot. Here. I don't know much. Like I said, I don't know. I don't get a chance to watch much TV. It's funny. I make a lot of art. I don't consume a lot of it. It's a bit ridiculous. I like reading comic books, though. I watch Twitch while I draw. But, yeah, tell us some of your favorite TV shows. Maybe we'll check it out. I have heard things about Mr. Robot. You want to talk about any of that, or do you want to pull?
Let's move on.
Let's pull? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there's some interesting.
Sick of TV.
There's some interesting discussion going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Before we move on, just like to remind everyone, QR code at the top right corner here leads
in the
you
face.
to a poll on who gets a pie in the face at the end of the stream.
Yes.
Please vote. We want us. It's either Eric or me, Liam, and we'll see who gets a pie in the face. All right, so now I will draw.
You're pulling? Okay. Big band? Oh, that sounds cool. It's a type of music. I'm a big jazz listener. And if you want to look up any good big band, I'll think of some. I'll throw it on our Instagram.
Thoughts on fruits and veggies?
Fruit salad.
Yummy,
Yummy.
yummy.
Um,
Copyright strike.
oh, shoot. Go ahead on your fruits and veggies.
Yeah, I'm a bit more of a vegetable person.
I can dig fruit. I like some fruit.
Hot take. I don't actually eat very much fruit. I like vegetables more because I like to stir fry them up and like cook them for like dinner.
I'm a fruit person. Okay, wait. Hands up for fruit. 2 fruits in the chat. We got a veggie. You're a veggie guy? Actually, yeah, you're a veggie guy. You look like a veggie guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
We got 3 fruits and 2 veggies. Fruit wins. Oh, our doc says, gotta go. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes. Fruits. Fruit wins. I love fruit. Strawberries are my favorite fruit of all time.
Strawberries.
So good.
Okay, I'll give you strawberries.
Like, it's ridiculous.
I like red berries.
Okay.
Well, and then also like blueberry, blackberry, like that medley. Those are good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm a trader. I'm sorry. I know.
4-berry blend.
4-berry blend.
Do you want me to pull next?
Yeah, you pull.
Somebody said... Oh, I thought someone said bruh. I'm like, what do you mean bruh? Fruit's great. Fruit, love fruit, both. Yeah, you can pick both.
Yeah.
Can you, though? Yeah, you can. But veggie means anything from the earth, at least originally.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Cool.
I guess that's right. Thoughts on podcasts?
Podcasts. Ooh.
Can we get a fruit podcast? I'm just bugging you.
Phase 3.
Phase 3
is
is
about fruit.
fruit.
It's all about fruit.
Um,
We're going to get biologists. They're going to come in and we're going to talk about fruit.
We're gonna grow fruit. We're
And I'm
gonna
going
eat
to
fruit.
dance while we do it. Podcasts. I think podcasts are in a really weird place right now.
Do you listen to many?
I don't.
No? I've listened
mean,
to my fair share.
I listen to Crow on a Perch on Spotify.
Crow on a Perch. Tell me more about Crow on a Perch.
Crow on a Perch. Why? What a meta joke, Eric.
Oh my. Wait, what's it called again? Crow on a Perch what? and the Sylvan motherboards in the ever-growing slow cooker that will inevitably char the bar on Mars Phase 2. I didn't just read that on a thing.
I got that memorized. You don't.
I don't have it memorized. I was doing everything else. I did the music for that trailer. I hope you guys like the trailer.
So I would say, okay, this is the thing about podcasts, is that there's a lot of people doing like super high-end, like high production content that podcasts have to compete with. Like podcasts have a niche of like you put it on while you're doing the dishes, and I think that's like
I've done that.
that's one of the draws of a podcast. But otherwise, like when somebody wants to sit down and like talk about something, then it's harder to pay attention to it. I think it's podcasts are meant to be or are currently being used as like background stuff, but
Throw on.
yeah.
A podcast to throw on. I
Yeah.
put on podcasts to fall asleep to.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, that's another good one. That's
Yeah.
another good point. But I think either way, that it's more people who seek like higher end video content for. So I guess I'm looking at this in like a success lens of like how are we going to do things, kind of whatever, and just thinking about like how we're going to grow this show. And again, I'd like to thank all of our viewers for showing up.
Yes,
Like
thank you very much.
we are astounded by the amount of you that are actually here. Yes, vote on the pie because that's going to be a big thing. So, but yeah, what are your thoughts on podcasts?
I don't know. It's interesting. I always hear that joke of like, if you have a lot to talk about, why don't you make a podcast then? I hear that's a thing I hear a lot actually. And you're right though, is I know there's a lot of almost expectation of high production for podcasts.
It's not just hit record.
No, it's not just hit record.
There was a lot of work and discussion. We went through like 7 iterations of this set.
10. I changed it last minute today, this set.
Eric was kind of freaking me out with that a little bit.
Well, I was freaking out. I kept seeing it. I'm like, I don't like it. And that's the thing though, is like ours, we're not super high quality. We're pretty much we're just hanging out in this little spot we decorated. But even then it's, at least from, I guess, what our perspective would be, is it's the content, not necessarily the quality.
Yeah. And I think what we're trying to do with the season 2 here is that we want to try to still have it so it can be like a podcast, but we almost want to try to make it a little bit like a talk show as well. Like we want to have segments. We want to like, I think one of our ideas right now is we're going to do like a song of the week where we're just going to like sit down with it for a little bit, like play a little bit so we don't get copyright striked, obviously. But then talk about it. Talk about how it makes us feel, what it's made up of, maybe certain musical elements, because Eric's doing some music stuff, right?
Yes, I am. I'm making an album. It's gonna be awesome.
But
It is a lot of fun.
But then we're gonna do bits like that, like in the middle, to sort of break up some of the heavier, like more bigger pieces of content, like the bigger segments of the week kind of thing. So
yeah, well, we had a lot of big stuff we wanted to talk about in season 1, and it's really hard to kind of just rant about things without having a lot to back up on.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said podcasts compete for me with audiobooks for walking for walking, listening, and dishes. There's another actually we didn't even talk about audiobooks when we talked about reading, because I have never listened to a podcast or an audiobook in my life.
Never listened to doesn't even listen to our own stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know what a podcast is. I've never been like, I want that book. $5 for the podcast. Oh my gosh, $5 for the audiobook, and I'll just listen to it. I've never tried it. I probably like it. I've always been a buy the book and have it on your shelf kind of person.
Because I know there are people who take both the books and the audiobooks and just like read it with the voice and like follow along.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and it's actually even like a study strategy that like you get the audio book for whatever for a textbook, and then you just like read the textbook while you're listening to it, and it's kind of like double in.
Huh. Okay.
Because all of us have ADHD.
Liam's diagnosing our Twitch channel.
No, diagnosing a generation.
True.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No. I've never really thought about audiobooks, because a podcast, I shouldn't say never. The podcasts I've listened to one's a Hungarian podcast. I'm Hungarian. I want to learn the language properly, so I'm listening to it. And the other's a philosophy podcast, actually. But the rest of them have kind of been more for fun. I really like hearing people's perspective on just the world. Yeah. I think that's why I like season 1's format for me, because I don't necessarily want to hear the exact educated science behind it, but more so just the person's perspective, their bias. I find it so interesting.
And I think that's what's cool about us as a duo, is that like I'm a pretty rigid by the book, like try to be super organized, and you're just like,
Yeah.
skid about, do that.
That's about all I said season 1, the whole
Yeah.
thing, the whole time.
Eric's just he's just good at scatting and
I'm
jazz.
just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a bunch of people here actually.
Oh.
Am
Everybody-
I pulling next, or are you pulling?
Yeah, you're pulling next.
Do you want me to read some first? Let me see here.
Yeah, let's read the chat again. We seem to be having some good participation, so let's just stick with that.
Listen along, boom, is most of my study reading these days. Listen along, boom. Huh. My book friends read along with me, physical and audiobook. Interesting.
Oh yeah, so see,
Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually. I mean, it makes sense. I've just never thought about it.
but actually that's a really interesting intersection between like people with audiobooks and then people with actual books that they can still come together and they can still talk about the story.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, and then that's really cool because it means that reading is becoming more accessible to more people.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And
In a certain way.
reading is just, at this point, it's listening, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull?
Yeah,
Am I pulling? I don't know.
your turn.
Thoughts on FOMO. This is such an interesting thing to me. I know a couple people who have hardcore FOMO. Fear of missing out. That's a big thing that I know a lot of people have problems with, and I feel like a lot of people in our generation have a problem with.
Yep.
Is FOMO.
And what is FOMO again, just for the audience's
It's
sake?
fear of missing out.
There we are.
Even if you don't like realize karaoke scat segment. Yeah, we're gonna scat FOMO, the FOMO song.
Yeah.
After we drink hot sauce.
People are gonna fear missing out on this. Skid about mood up.
True. Actually, yeah, you don't want fear missing out of the pie in the face. Don't forget to scan the
Yes,
QR.
scan the QR
I'm so curious what it's at. Have you guys looked at what it's at? No.
Don't please.
Oh, I know one person that's looked. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Fear of missing out. It's a very interesting one because we've had a lot of conversation about default decisions
Yep.
in the world. One thing that bothers me a lot, but is hard to kind of get away from. Did you just are you looking at the physical wall? No, it's on the screen. Look at the screen. On the screen is a QR, not in real life. It's not, guys. This is not a real QR code on the set. It's all good. It's all good.
One of our audience members is hallucinating.
That's awesome. No, it's all good. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
FOMO.
Liam,
And
go ahead
how
and
it's a
talk about
default
FOMO,
decision.
please.
All right, sure. So, man, this is just so present everywhere nowadays. It's
big.
It's built into a lot of video games, monetization platforms, right?
Go ahead.
There's a lot of finish the battle pass or else you're gonna miss the skin.
Oh, that's an interesting one to think of. Whenever I think of FOMO, I always think of parties.
Parties, yeah, but it penetrates a lot of different parts of our lives, right?
Yes.
So it's interesting on how to think about everything.
I think it's the hard part is when you're growing up. I remember getting out of high school, even during high school, was a lot of FOMO feeling because I was very introverted. I played a lot of video games, and at that point, it was very much like you're missing out on everything you should be doing with people or things you should. I'm an artist, and I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. I just knew I wanted to be an artist, and I'm missing out on classes, opportunities, things I could just not be an artist. I could do something else. It's
The crazy thing about that is in high school, I was the exact opposite. I got involved in absolutely everything. I knew every person in the school. I don't think anybody really hated me. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I was missing out because I wasn't playing video games.
That's so funny.
I actually wanted
World of Warcraft itch.
Well, actually, I took a pretty significant break. I didn't play very often during high school.
In high school, really?
Yeah, no. I picked up a lot more again, once the pandemic hit, because obviously, but I spent a lot of time just doing sports and being parts of clubs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then I remember I was just so exhausted that I just wanted to sit and play video games.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was missing out on these cool experiences with my friends and stuff. So
FOMO is a hard one because at least from my own perspective, it's just you did a lot more than I did in high school. Actually, I think you've done a lot more in general with that kind of stuff than me. In a sense, because I've done a lot of community stuff for art.
But you've started to branch into that community. It's just different communities.
It's different communities, but then at that point, the way I see it is you can't feel, or you shouldn't, I don't think, feel that FOMO if you don't want to do something. I know a lot of people are that's not what I want to do, but everyone says I should be. kind of feeling, right?
Yeah, right.
We're almost hitting 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's almost been an hour. Do you want to pull another one?
Yeah,
Or-
I'll pull another. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep her going. Liam, hop on Helldivers. Super Earth needs you, dude. You know I'm doing exactly that right after the stream.
I mean, you want to play Helldivers?
Yeah, let's take a night after all this prep. Let's go save the universe. That sounds like exhausting.
Until next pull, audience picks a word that you have to say in place of another.
You guys get to pick whatever word he can say instead of another for a little while.
We're replacing the word the
Okay.
with
Replacing the word the.
see, all me. Okay.
Interesting is sklip-sklorp.
Sklip-sklorp? Okay, instead of the, you have to say sklip-sklorp.
Oh, I was gonna say the word interesting instead of that.
Oh, the word interesting, sklip-sklorp? I say interesting a lot. Okay, I'll say sklip-sklorp. What's the?
I was just gonna say the and like helicopter.
Okay, helicopter.
Like that.
Okay.
Let's do that for a while. Oh, this
Sure.
is going to be really sklip-sklorp. This is going to be kind of hard. You're going to have a hard time.
Yes. Yes, I
Come on,
will.
you can't avoid it.
Because now I'm like actively thinking about
Oh,
it.
that's
All right,
funny.
pull the next one.
Oh, I'm pulling. Okay.
Yeah.
You already failed.
What?
You already failed.
You did actually already fail. That's pretty sklip-sklorp of you.
Did I?
Yes.
You have to say cringe instead of Liam. Oh! I like that. All right.
Who said that?
Oh,
Who
my
said
God.
that? I want names.
Okay, actually, there's another audience one, guys. Audience chooses a word or phrase the puller must say whenever they want until the next pull. So you guys literally can put up your hand, and I have to say like a phrase or word just because. You guys think about it. All right. Pretty much, I guess on the next. Well, do you want to pull another one for a topic?
What's my key? Helicopter.
It's helicopter instead of the.
Yeah.
Cringe. This is pretty good. I like this. Do I say sklip-sklorp that much? It's like I'm being bleeped out. What, do we have to say anything?
I'm still working on it.
You're still working on it? Oh, jeez.
Liam, you're a philosopher. What do you have on Helicopter Go?
I'm sorry, let me see.
What do you have on Helicopter
I
Go?
was like, I don't remember writing helicopter.
So
Okay.
the helicopter thing I'm working on right now. Oh,
Cringe. Come on.
so helicopter thing I'm working on right now is I'm working with environmental ethics.
Last chat, though. Anyways, continue.
And I thought I'd be good at that, but I'm not. I'm doing a lot of work with environmental ethics, so I'm trying to see helicopter difference between.
Do you have anything? Keep going.
Helicopter environmental movement is.
You have to say
I have to say what?
the voices.
Okay.
The voices. Oh, is that what I have to say? Okay.
All right,
No, hold on. No, give me 2 more minutes.
all right.
Okay,
I'll keep
okay.
going. I'm stopping with the helicopter thing.
All
I
right,
can't.
Cringe. Yeah, I think
So
we're done.
it's been a minute.
It's been at least a
It's
minute.
been a minute.
It was pretty sklip
Okay.
sklorp.
Yeah, and I suck at it anyways. So I'm working on
yeah.
environmental ethics. So I'm taking a lot of the work that I've been engaging with recently is showing how climate change and social justice are linked together. They're one issue. Well, they're not one issue, but they're interconnected issues that treating them as separate doesn't do a lot of things. It's not very helpful. Because I think there's this idea that we can only solve climate change like technologically, but I think there's also some cultural and social change that we can do as well as an alternative and have sort of both approaches here and not sort of pigeonholing us into one material sort of solution. And in a sense, it's a little bit of a Marxist thought, but yeah.
That's cool. Are you still working on a book? Like you want to write a book?
My intention in like the near future is to write a book.
Yeah, I'm really excited about
I
that.
think-
Like very excited about that.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see where my path takes me. But yeah, I'm thinking about at some point in my life I want to write a book.
Cool.
All right,
Yeah, pull on.
you keep thinking, I'll pull.
You put me on the spot like 2 times in 1 minute. Kid.
Hey, you can do one too. Come on, something funny to say. How about you in the corner over there? I'm not disclosing names.
Yeah.
What funny thing should we say? You guys, we can say whatever you want. If you don't have one, it's fine. Unless if you guys in chat have something.
So what is it again?
The ballot was any in the audience, someone picks a word or phrase that we say whenever they tell us to. Just cause it's gotta be appropriate. People.
Say,
That's the problem.
That is.
Liam looks
You can't make it. You're a host, and you're biased.
Well, you
Pie face, cringe. Sorry.
yeah,
that was a
you
little
get to
rude.
call me cringe. I feel like this
Yeah,
is.
I think that ended a while ago too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's your ballot?
Why is your show called Crow on a Perch?
I like that.
Would you like
Why
to tell
is
the
it
story?
Well, okay.
You don't remember?
I remember. I could never forget. Does he have a name? Crow. We brought this guy to a Comic-Con last year. Someone bought his hat. It was very funny. I don't know if you're in this chat or you watched the VOD, but you bought the Crow's hat. It was funny. We've told the story before. What even happened? We were friends in high school. And we didn't.
That's not where it started.
No, but like
You're not committed to this relationship.
You gotta chill out, cringe. What I find interesting is the start of this because we were friends.
Yep.
We didn't do too much together.
Nope.
But what randomly happened was we were talking. Oh yeah.
Did you see in the chat it says say Efok instead of Eric?
I did see that. I chose not to say it because it's funny. It is funny. Someone said say EFOC instead of Eric, which is coffee backwards, and they think it's funny. So if you want to say EFOC, I guess it kind of sounds bad though.
Yeah, I feel like that might. Yeah.
Bleep it. Anyway,
I'm gonna avoid that.
So the story, it's pretty funny though. I know who that is in chat. And we'll get on Helldivers soon.
Yeah.
Basically, so yeah, we talked, but not like a lot. We weren't like super close. And then we ended up just getting coffee one day, and we realized how much we have to talk about, and not just like as a, oh yeah, what are you up to? But we had a lot of deep things, a lot of deep thinking, a lot of things in our culture, community, and our own art practices that we wanted to talk about. I don't even remember. Why did we go to BC? Just cause?
I think you mentioned that you wanted to go back, and then I mentioned, oh, I have a friend there that I wanted to go visit.
Yes, a really good friend of ours actually. So just I'm
Yeah,
gonna
now
plug my
it's
art again
ours.
quickly.
Now we have to share.
Yeah, actually, and we talk a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna plug this quick though because it's interesting. I work with comic books, but I like to do collaborative efforts. And this person actually in Victoria goes to the University of Victoria, and they did a collaborative book with me with the University of Victoria's Club Fashion Society, UVFS.
It's on the website.
It's on the website, allstraight.com. It's on my Instagram. So we did a fashion magazine. It was a lot of fun. Actually, I'm in it. One of the audience members is in it.
I'm
you
in
weren't in it. You gotta be. I can't believe you. I didn't realize you weren't in it. No, you're not. You're so important to me that you're not in any of it. I'm sorry. Liam's in it.
I'm in it.
It was good. It was fun. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
even
sorry,
me,
you'll be
man.
in next time. One of the audience members is getting FOMO for not being in the fashion magazine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I was like, I love Victoria, BC. I was like, let's go back. And then Liam's like, I have a friend there. So we ended up going and staying with that friend.
And we went for a week, and we had a
Went
really
for
good
a
time.
week. Yeah, we went to a cafe, and I was prepping a lot of All's Cherry stuff, a lot of art stuff, and
It was this black bird that
yeah,
just
there was
kept
a bird.
It like
Everywhere we went, this bird. It was ridiculous.
like realistically, it was probably like a different bird every time, but we
was the same
swore
bird.
we were being followed.
Same bird. Literally, we would walk from like the downtown back to the house, and the whole way this bird would like fly and like follow. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we went and sat at the cafe, and it was just perched up right atop of us.
Yeah.
And we were talking about doing a podcast because of how many things we like to talk about. And I don't even know. I think I just drew the crow and I said crow on a perch.
Yep.
I didn't know if it was a crow. Probably wasn't.
You just drew it up, and I'm like, yeah, this is it, man.
And then actually, should we talk about why the name's so long? The phase.
This
It
is more
works.
you.
Yeah, it's funny. So I really like a band called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Someone has a really good question in a moment, but I'll tell you in a sec. I love this band, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and I was listening to them while we were there, and they were just coming out with their new metal album. I'm a metalhead, and it's called Let's see if I can do it. Petrodragonic Apocalypse, A Dawn of Eternal Night, Annihilation of Planet Earth, and Beginning of Merciless Damnation is the name of the album. That's the name.
So from
I thought it
actually,
was so funny that they chose the longest name ever for this freaking album for no reason.
so then I just rattle off Corona Perch and the Existential, or Corona Perch and the Existential Cowboy and the Ever-Going Void, then like Cloak's Eternal Dread Phase 1, and Eric's just like, that's the title.
I thought it was so funny. I remember I was actually with both of you when the album came out, and I was listening to it that morning at your cottage. Yes, you better. But it was just funny because they had that huge name, and I thought that's so comedic. Why don't we do it? And then
Yeah.
Phase 1 was just for fun. But now this is kind of Season 2, Phase 2. Do you want to say the name again for this season?
Welcome to Corona Perch and Sylvan Motherboard in the ever-growing slow cooker that'll inevitably char the bar on Mars. That was a little bit...
Phase 2.
I only messed up the inevitably, but,
It's hard.
but I got it
yeah.
memorized. So
That's the name of the podcast and why. We have a couple
Yeah, let's take some
Imagine
questions.
asking for that album at the record store. You know what's so funny? It's probably one of my favorite albums by them. Saying it to an Amazon Alexa is not easy because you can't just say Petrodragonic Apocalypse and you can't just say King Giz. I have to say, hey Alexa, play King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the album Petrodragonic Apocalypse, A Dawn of Eternal Night, Annihilation of Planet Earth, Beginning of Mercy, Damnation. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And if you screw it up or if you mumble it, she plays the wrong thing, and I'm like, I can't even play it on my Alexa.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Playing Apocalypse.
yeah, it's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Really good album. Check it out if you like metal. Otherwise, they do every other genre ever. Why am I plugging Giz on my podcast?
Yeah. Because they're cool. We
They're
like
so
them.
good. I'm gonna read a couple more of these
Yep.
before we keep going. So true about what you're talking about for your philosophy. Really deep
Yeah.
interconnection. Multifaceted. Kind of off topic. What's Liam's favorite philosophy book? I actually think I have one as well. Go ahead.
Oh, very recently on the theme of environmental ethics, like I've been absolutely obsessed with Daniel Wildcat. I think he has some very interesting things to say, and it's just been something that I've worked with a lot, just with my classes and what I've been doing in my writing. So that's just I've been working a lot with him lately, but Malcolm Ferdinand also very recently read that book, is also phenomenal in this connection between colonial oppression and ecological degradation. Describes that as a double fracture, which needs to be resolved at the same time.
We did, yeah. You
That's-
and I talked about that off this, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. But that's just something like very recently I've been working with. I might have that a little bit wrong, but that's sort of the general idea that I'm picking up from it. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying the people, especially you talk about like the environment and things. I'm not really into the big I'm not really big into the European traditions. Like I'm thinking about picking up Deleuze this summer. Maybe a little bit of Hegel and Kant, but like that's sort of lower on
Kant
my
is
list.
actually what I wanted to get into in the summer. I bought one of his books.
Oh, yeah?
I remember a friend of mine told me, he's like, don't even bother. He's like, it's so complex, you won't even get it. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. So I've always
Yeah.
wanted to read. His stuff's fantastic.
Kant is at least in the European tradition, he is one. He's one of the more influential ones. So I think I'm interested to see what'll come with that.
Yeah, I'm a little biased with. I really love Aristotle's Ethics like a lot.
Oh,
It's it's one of the first ones I ever read. I remember reading it and my brain did a front flip. I was like, whoa.
Aristotle's Ethics was where I started as well.
Fantastic book. Right now I'm reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. That's a good book. Have you
Who's
heard?
that by?
Oh, I forget his name. I'll show you after on
okay.
set. I'm sure you've heard of it though, because it's one of the bigger ones people talk about. It's great.
Yeah.
Very
All right,
good book.
let's keep going.
Yeah. Oh, I have a couple. You can pull. I have some things people are. King Giz shout out. Yes. Technology fails us literally. Although it could just be like my fault for mumbling it. It's really hard to say that long name to the Amazon Alexa. Anyways, go ahead.
This is thoughts on music. I think we've already done this.
We've talked about that, and to be honest, I could talk about it for so long.
Let's move on to the
save
next.
that for. Get ready for season 2. I'm sure I'll bring up Giz 100 more times. I have a tattoo by this artist, amazing artist. I have a Giz tattoo finally. Anyways,
Thoughts on contemporary philosophy. Next.
do you want to?
We basically just did that.
We did, yeah. Do you want to?
Let's keep going.
Can I pull? Or?
Yeah, you pull.
I'm spinning it.
We're doing our prompts before we even pull them. We're running out of prompts. We're getting near
When
the
do
end.
we want to finish her up?
we're
here
almost
and-
done, so
finish
we'll-
up. Quick thoughts on AI. AI it's so interesting. When we first talked about AI in season 1, I had a very hard, annoyed opinion about AI, which has definitely changed. Thoughts on AI?
I think AI is a good augmentative tool.
It says quick thoughts also, by the way.
Yeah. Quick thoughts? Yeah, like if people use it to augment their own work and to generate certain things that they can specifically tell the AI to generate and use it in a way that is generative and that, it's still you're still critically thinking about things rather than just like say ChatGPT write my essay for me.
Yeah.
I think it has potential, but again, the thought still needs to come from the human.
Yeah, my example I always give, which is really funny, I swear I'm not that obsessed with Giz. They have an album cover, King Giz, that album's called Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. And on the front of it is it looks so AI generated, but really pretty. And I actually was always curious because I'm like, it's not my favorite thing, the idea of him just like putting in a prompt and it puts it. But I looked into how he actually made it, their artist who does all their stuff. And what he did was, for each word, he took one of the band members and then typed into AI what they'd look like merged with that thing, like a mushroom or lava. And then what he did was he'd generate like 6 different prompts of it, and then he'd draw his own rendition of it. And then he placed all of the drawn renditions of it in the album. So the album cover is AI generated, but he used his own. It was basically to get inspiration.
It's generated but not drawn.
Yeah, very interesting. I like that a lot. That it was less of a just type it in and make an album cover. It was a lot of work put into that. So anyways, that's a whole, I could go on about that. What do you got? Hot sauce. We're almost done, guys. We're probably going to finish up in the next like 25 minutes.
What's the poll at?
What is the poll? All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's look at the poll here. My story's still uploading to Instagram.
Let's see who it is. Let's see who gets
Well, and it's not who it is until the end of the stream, though, because this could still change if it hasn't changed yet.
Yeah.
And we are looking at...
So I guess this is your last warning. QR code at the top right.
Did you get a bot or something? You couldn't have, right? Tell me.
What?
Did you... You had to have done something. You had to have. This is insane. Okay, listen. I could be wrong. We have 54 votes right now. We were only... That's pretty awesome. We were at like, I think
36.
30 less.
36.
We were at 36?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 54. Any guesses? Were we at that earlier?
I was watching it. Yeah, it's been going up.
Were you telling a bunch of people? Please tell me. I'm so interested.
Yeah.
Actually?
Yes.
That's so funny. Hey, they better be watching.
So top right corner, QR code. This is your last chance to get your votes in on who gets a pie in the face.
We're looking at 30 for me and 24 for Liam.
Wow.
I actually might get a pie in the face. If you actually at least get people to watch if they're voting, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hey, I might get a pie in the face, which is pretty funny because I was talking to the person that at the bakery that sold me this pie. They wanted to watch. I don't know if you're watching. I was gonna throw this pie in Liam's face. It might not go that way. Actually, it might go in mine.
I think it's going in yours.
Anyways, go ahead.
So I think this is our last one because the last one in there is like another do something for a minute, and we'll just thoughts on contemporary art.
That's a weird one. Contemporary art kind of annoys me depending what it is. There's a lot of, and this can happen with so many different trends right now. Oh, that's me. I've been wanting to see it. That is so funny. Hello. I thought that was you. Okay, well, yeah, you might see me get a pie in the face instead. Bakery person is watching. I didn't get your name. I'm so sorry. Contemporary art. Contemporary art's weird to me. There's a lot of amazing contemporary artists. There's a lot of over dramatic contemporary artists. There's a lot of gimmicky contemporary artists, and that's the. I think the audience member just called me a gimmicky artist. Thanks for that. You're this guy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, sure. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of big influential contemporary artists from the last like 20, 25 years, maybe even a little longer, that are still going, that when I look at them, they're either not making art, they're making the same art, but in a different context.
Okay.
Or they're doing a lot of collaborative stuff. There's a lot of artists now that pretty much just collab with big brands like Gucci. Like, it kind of bothers me because that is an art form and that's really cool. I think it's very interesting that we can do that, but I don't know. That's not, to me, that's just consumerist art. Like, it just doesn't sound meaningful to me. Yeah. That's a big thing I have with contemporary art now. But I could go on about that. I don't know if you know much about contemporary art.
I do not. I will say that I'm mostly in on like music, film, and like video games, I would say, like even analyzing those. But art, I've never really got there. No.
Well, it's interesting too. Like I said, I make a lot of art, but I don't consume a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad. I just am really busy, but otherwise, like, there's nothing wrong with consuming in order to properly gauge where you are or learn more or enjoy something. But from my own perspective, a lot of contemporary art. Actually, we have a question here. How do you guys feel about modern art? That's actually what we're talking about, because modern art is a whole different thing that you are asking about. So I'll correct you. It is contemporary art you're asking about.
Wait,
so,
isn't modern and contemporary two different time periods.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So they said, how do you guys feel about modern art? And I said, like the kind of modern art that is just one paint stroke and sells for millions. That's what I'm talking about. It's actually
Yeah.
contemporary art is what you're asking about. Modern art's a whole different era. Contemporary, and that's what I mean, is you get a lot of gimmicky art like that, a lot of collaborative art. Like you got a Cause. I don't know if Kaws. It's the, you would know. Do you know the hype beast statues with the X's in the eyes?
Oh,
Yeah, but like with a K. Amazing painter. Started out really cool, a lot of pop culture stuff. They did a lot of Simpsons collaborative and stuff, but it was new. Now it's pretty much just you wear the Supreme sweater kind of thing. And I'm overgeneralizing because Cause is an amazing artist, but otherwise, like I find that kind of gimmicky and boring now. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Is it's just when it's done, it's great. When it's overdone, it's stupid. Like if you did one paint stroke on a canvas and it sold for $6 million, in all honesty, that's awesome. That's an artwork. But if you've done that 10 more times and 7 other artists have done it, I forgot to put that on a ballot.
there we go.
That's not art to me. It is art, but it's not. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's a curling. What is that called? A curling
Rock.
Curling rock. Is that what they're called?
This is my curling rock hat.
Curling rock.
Yes.
Okay. Before we finish up here, guys, because we will
Thoughts
be
on
finishing up
curling,
soon.
Eric?
Curling. I've got some wavy-ish hair. It do be curling. That's all I have to say about that. We've been going for almost 2 hours, eh?
Yeah.
Well, an hour and a half. Before we finish up, if you guys want to go to the poll just to see if anyone else wants pies in my face, tell all your friends, even if they're not watching. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog. I don't care.
Tell everybody.
We can finish up here.
Yeah.
How do we want to finish off this before someone gets a... I'm getting a pie in the face.
You're getting a pie in the face?
I'm getting a pie in the face. So how do you want to finish up?
Well, we can just do some closing thoughts on why we're excited for the podcast. Let's do that. Why are we excited? What are we excited
for? Thank you, everyone who came to watch, who came and left, everyone who participated in chat. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. Never done this before. I'd love to do it again. I've always wanted to stream.
Yeah, streaming has been a goal for me. This is the very first stream that I've ever done, and it's really surreal. Like, I think there's some things we can improve on.
Of course, always.
But this, as a first stream, again, all of you, thank you. Because
Yes.
I know that there are so many streamers that go with 0 and 1 viewers, and to see people participating with us and asking us questions, you are all a gem. So thank you.
And don't leave just yet. Pie's going in the face, so stick around for the end. But we're just going to talk a little bit more for a second. I wanted to start with thank you because that's really cool. And I've always wanted to do this. It's a lot of fun. Closing notes in general, and for the season, like season 2 is going to be cool. We're going to be really revamping this set. I actually kind of like how it looks. To be honest,
I like what you've done.
Freshen it up a bit.
This is probably mostly is going to be the set that we're going to be working with.
I really like it, but we're definitely going to spice it up a bit. We're going to have a lot of interactive stuff. We're going to segmented topics, backed up information. If you guys want to hear anything, please leave comments on our Instagram, message us even. I don't care. Just send messages on our Instagram or our email and whatever, and we'll
reach out to us, talk to us.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
We like to hear from you.
Is to hear from people so we can talk about stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I like to hear people's opinions and be able to dissect whether you're right or wrong about what's going on right now.
Yeah, I like to do some couple extra things. So first of all, thanks to our live studio audience.
Thank you.
I'll give you a little applause here.
Actually,
There.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Because it's the friends that we have that are supporting us through this and listening to us rant for an hour and a half. We really appreciate that. I'd like to thank obviously our families as well for being behind us on this, because
Thanks for voting for me.
Thanks for voting for Eric and not me, so I can preserve the red shirt for...
Oh, I like this shirt. I'm not taking it off on stream. Just don't get it on my shirt, please. I just bought this shirt.
That meta died.
Poppy concert, by the way. Anyway.
That meta died 3 weeks ago.
True.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
Yeah, let me just... it might have changed.
I feel like you should go right here, right in the middle.
I think I was going to go right here.
And then...
So it can close up, right?
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
All right. Okay, we're going to have a pie in my face now because I have lost, unless you guys want to throw in some more votes, but I'm done. Pie in the face. Let's do that before we close off.
Yep.
Who's doing it? You were...
All right.
If you want to go right there, you won't be in the... And please don't eat that part, man.
So I need to wind up this.
You need to wind up, eh? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, boy.
This is so funny. Sorry if you get on
I
camera.
expected my Thursday to go.
pie person who sold me the pie, thank you so much. You were very kind, and I hope you enjoy what's about to happen because I literally.
So much effort.
I told him, I said, I'm throwing a pie in my friend's face. And then I got home and I was like, but what if I lose? You're taking photos? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Can you take a video? Are you taking a video? Okay,
Yeah.
good. I want to put it on front bird.
Alright, tray on or off?
That's up to you, man. Maybe off?
I feel like it's gonna go everywhere if I take the tray off, though. It's still gonna go everywhere.
Are you?
It's gonna go
from
everywhere
here? Are you gonna do it
regardless.
from here?
You tell me.
Well, I want it like. Do
I'll
you
go
see how the
gentle. I
camera's
won't
doing
actually
it?
wind up because I don't wanna.
Kill me.
Can you
Yeah.
maybe if
Do
you
it,
could like go?
right here.
Oh yeah, like right there.
You might get in the shot. Sorry. This is my friend. If you do see him,
Yeah,
my best friend.
Yeah.
it's not
You
me.
waited your whole life to do this, eh?
Yeah.
Go ahead. God.
Okay. Do I?
Don't hit me hard.
No, just like.
No, there's got to be some velocity though.
No, I actually did.
No, look at the camera. Look,
Oh, yeah?
look at the.
It does taste really good.
Oh, it's my hair.
This is what I was hoping to happen because he has like the majestic hair.
It's pretty good. Okay.
It's tasty.
You want to end the stream now?
Thank you, everybody. We're off the perch.
Thanks, guys.